All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an awesome close to the week. Excuse me, I think I might have lost my voice a little bit. We got too little just hyped. We were on stream. It was exciting, an exciting close to the week. All-time highs. We'll talk about a little bit what happened today. You know, there was a little trade news this, trade news that as usual. The market didn't care, the response to earnings, but then we ended up at all-time highs. But the amount of opportunity is just, it's mind-blowing with options. We were freaking out. It was exciting, though. We're going on 7 weeks in a row now. We've already hit the last 6 weeks where we've seen crazy plays. Even at the close, this was one of the craziest plays today because the news was so delayed. The reaction came out. There was stuff with Trump and the transparency of these medical bills or medical billing, but there was a lot of news on it. Then the stocks didn't start responding till later. Then all the healthcare stocks started making a big run up. Cigna, Anthem, Molina Healthcare, all those, and then UNH. And we saw this. We were on the 11 at 11. It started ripping. I even put it out on the stream alert. 11:23. You can see right there. UNH, Anthem, CVS, and healthcare popping. Looks like it's off of Trump talking healthcare. Keep watch. There was a weekly. I called it out there. The call was like, it's 12 cents. I thought it would come down. I was like, all right, we'll be patient because we saw the news. And then it went crazy, and those went in the money. It was the 265. It was like $12 to 500 in about an hour. So it was crazy. We also had the AMATs as well. Those hit just below our strike price at the 63s. Remember, I sold off the 62s. I sold 20 of them, but that earnings play still hit. We even had Qualcomm. I was up on it 7,000 in the morning. It was right at that 94. I didn't sell out, and I thought it would stay up there a little bit longer, but then we ended up losing. Losing meant walking away with $3,000 instead of $7,000. And then Disney came back down. We still up because of the ghetto spread we did, and then Walmart came down, and this is something we'll talk about this on the watch list on Sunday. But that's just the craziness of today. We've seen a crazy 6 weeks. So, again, shout out everybody on this stream participating. If you don't know, we do all of this live. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. So make sure you're subscribed. It's the first link in the description and pinned in the comments. Hopefully we see you there. We'll be posting the watch list here tonight on Sunday or this weekend on Sunday, and then we will see you on Monday. But I talked about it today. I brought it up in the watch list. I'm using this Friday because now there's no watch list, obviously, here. And we have, some of the weekends to relax to talk about my year-end predictions. And now what inspired this was some recent news, and even looking where the S&P's at this last couple days. So let's even put it up on a bigger chart here. We're gonna go full screen. Boom. We got all of this space to work with. So I want to talk about where we're at right now and what can we expect. We're hitting another all-time highs. It's looking like a melt up again, considering how we started the year, how 2018 ended. Some people are thinking it's going to be bearish, bullish. I've even been sensing a black swan. We even had some weird news today from the Fed, even towards close, that they said be cautious of a flash event or a liquidity event with the repos. It was a repo warning. So I want to look into that more. We'll talk about it. And also, too, if you guys have any suggestions on what you want me to talk about tomorrow for the video on the weekend, post that below. Let me know. And I love y'all, baby. Cool. But all of this being said, there's many ways we could go from here. And I kind of have my prediction. And here's my disclaimer. I will say, object trading streamers, analysts, ophthalmos, financial advisor. Please consult with financial advisors for educational purpose only. That, and this could definitely change. I'd rather, my goal is I'm seeing something now. I'm trying to document it for you guys as well as myself where I could say this right here, right now, and see how it develops, because this is my first thought. And now I know a lot of you guys were saying, is it going to be bearish or bullish? But it's a mix of both, and don't get annoyed. It's going to go up or down. And what I could be positive of is that it's going to be a big move, and it's either going to be a big move up or a big move down. I am more leaning here, surprisingly, to a big move up. Now, again, this could change. I'm still seeing some of this stuff brewing at the surface, but really what this is reminding me of is November 2017. This was coming into the election with Donald Trump and all that, or the first year after Trump's presidency, and I think this is even when we saw some of the tax cut stuff and what he was doing. And this is what led to the start of the trade war in 2018. But even then, we started dropping slightly before that. I think it was actually April when people started really panicking, or March, April 2018. And then we saw how the year closed. But why do I say that? It's just because we're coming into the holidays. There's been a lot of volatility over this last year. A lot of uncertainties are getting cleared up. And I want to explain how I think it's going to play out, where I really think it's almost going to mimic what we saw here. And what made me think about this was this right here. The Hindenburg meets the Titanic. This is something that came out a few days ago, and I'll show you that article right there, but you could see here, this is November 15th, 2019. So this is today, but when you look back here, this article is from November 15th, 2017. The Hindenburg meets the Titanic. Stocks are flashing an ominous signal not seen since the financial crisis. It's the same thing in this article as well, too. So this is where they're showing it. There's a bunch of charts documenting this and how many times it occurred. And this doesn't occur a lot. And this is what we even saw with the Dow unchanged the other day. Pretty much what these omens are. And again, here's even the date so you could get some context. This is when that article came out. This is the last Hindenburg. But you look at it and compare it to where we are at today, it's very, very similar. And history often does repeat itself. So I'm not saying this is technical. I'm saying how some of the price movements usually occur are very, very similar. And even then, here's another adage. I've been saying this since the beginning of this year. Usually how the stock market is in that first month or two is usually indicative of how the whole entire market will operate for the first year. So you even see that here with 2017. Coming into the first few months, the market was coming off a high. It stayed high, and then it kind of melted up. And that's pretty much how you saw the market end. And then if you come and look towards 2018 started off from a high. It shot up and then had a big drop out of nowhere. You come look October, November, December. It's pretty indicative of that. And then what happened in January, we're coming off a low and we just shoot up and rally straight up. And I think we might end up seeing that here. But you could see here's 2017. This is exactly where we were at November 2017, the last time this Hindenburg Titanic omen came out. And both of them are kind of similar. And now here's why I'm getting this idea. One, the dates brought my attention here with the Hindenburg. And although it could be taken negative, I've covered the Hindenburg many, many times because it's happened a lot in 2018. But the thing with the Hindenburg, I've always said this, it's not always negative. What this means is that this divergence of ups and downs, it's usually a trigger to a top or a bottom. So when you see the Hindenburg come through and you're seeing this push and pull, and what the Hindenburg is when the amount of 52-week highs and 52-week lows on the New York Stock Exchange diverge by 2%. So you pretty much have 2% of all stocks hitting a 52-week high, while 2% of all the other stocks are hitting a low. So you're literally seeing a disconnect where some sections are hitting lows, some sectors are hitting highs. That's saying that investors are kind of confused. Not all the money is kind of position flowing the same. And the Titanic is very similar to that, but the Titanic says when that occurs after the market hitting a new all-time high. But these signals are often indicative of both. Not only could they signal mass volatility, they could signal a top as they have historically. However, they also could be signaling a bottom. And then from the first time they occur, they have about 1 to 3 months to actually fully trigger and see that effect, because the stock market's a big ship. It moves very, very slow. So kind of seeing with how we're here with the political climate, seeing is how 2019 started and how things have gone, and even comparing this to even 2017, this is a very reminiscent move of 2017, except a lot more volatile. And you could see 2017 was very similar. 2016, we hit a low and shot back up. It's pretty much the same exact thing going on. And I think pretty much what we're going to see is almost exactly what we're seeing on this same day over here, 11, 15, 17. We're going to hit a new high. We're probably going to come down a little bit, and then I think it's just going to melt up through the holidays. So that is my end of the year prediction, but I will give you a little bit insight into 2020. I think as 2020 comes around, I think we're going to get exactly what's going to happen here. I think it's going to melt up. It's going to be so violent and strong upward. A lot of people are going to be confused. Amazon even has a ton of room to run. And then I think come in the early months, that's when the trade deal will, I think even a melt up could be caused by a trade phase 1 deal signed, and then it falls through by either February or April next year, or who knows, because this even occurred out of nowhere in January 18. I remember this. So either way, it's going to be exciting. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to happen. That's why I'm really excited for 2019 and 2020. This could be an opportunity, even how I'm going to position some long-term stocks, maybe to even swing this for a few months, or even just see, anything beaten down. There's going to be big rotations. There's going to be stuff. And like I said, I could be wrong. If that Hindenburg and the Titanic are very bearish and things fall apart before that and we really start to sell off, that could be another story. But I wouldn't get too, even if we see a small sell-off, I'm not going to get too jumpy, because I'm going to expect some sell-off and then melt up. But again, it all depends on velocity and all of that. But overall, I guess you could say I think the market's going to go up by the end of 2019, and I think we're going to get a correction back down, because you even saw what 2018 did. It shot up so much, even when it had this big drop, it literally just brought it back to the November 15th high. So I wouldn't be surprised to see us go really up crazy and then come right back down to kind of where we're at here, and then we see what happens from there, because this will be an interesting range in 2020. But overall, the political climate, the news climate, and how things are kind of dying off here, it's pointing me towards the upside. So I think that's probably going to surprise some of you guys. But again, I'm going to be on my toes. We could be wrong. Anything could happen. And this is what we said today, man, with the options market, everything. I want to make sure you guys get your long-term investing, but dude, there's opportunities of a lifetime. What's going on with the options market, how these options are going to start pricing during this run-up, and then how these options are going to start pricing when there's a downturn or anything of that nature. So I hope you guys are ready. But we will see you on stream. I'm going to see you on a video tomorrow. Let me get some suggestions as well. And if you missed the stream, you guys could go watch the recap. You could watch the plays, anything like that. But keep it positive, relax, enjoy your weekend. Stay blessed. I love you all. Thank you all for watching. Be smart. Good luck. And again, doesn't matter if you made money or lost money. At least you learned something, baby. The code loves you. I love you. And just get ready, man. I don't know. So there's things screaming from the rooftop. We got to open our eyes and pay attention. But you got to be excited about it. It doesn't. Oh, man, I'm going to get hyped again, baby. Let's go! I'm sorry, I had to end it there before it got out of hand. Thank you. Okay, have a good day. Okay, bye.